Hello, welcome to CLSP Politics. Sean Briscoe speaking. So we're doing State of the Union. So I put out a poll, seeing as how the vast majority of those of you that did respond to that poll said you didn't watch it. Um, this is what you kind of missed. It's really I just pull all the polling from all the people who've been doing polling on the State of the Union. Right? Well, God, it was just the worst. I mean, I actually didn't watch it live. I watched it this morning and I am dumber for it. Anyway, this is the pre State of the Union polling. This is the stuff that was done before the poll to kind of give us like a baseline of where we're at. So CNN usually does some pretty decent work. So they've got his approval rating around 30, in the mid 30s, plus or minus 2.5. His disapproval is at 63, which is insane. Uh, so basically, Trump is underwater 27 points going into this poll as baseline from the CNN poll. Now, the Reuters poll is a little bit kinder, but still pretty much same food group. Nothing completely unusual. And the ABC poll is also right there, kind of in line. So when you see all these different polls line up, and they're all pretty much over the same period of time, that's kind of where he's at, right? The civics poll also same mid to high 30s. Yeah, same. So immediate reaction to the State of the Union address. So 65% of the watchers said they had at least a somewhat positive reaction to the address. You understand, he's marching out Olympic champions, and who's not going to applaud our hockey team? Those that showed up. Not all the hockey team showed up. I think 4 or 5 didn't. Whatever. Good for them. I mean, I'll be honest. I bet you about an hour into that, there were Republicans wishing they'd brought the sign, to get a sign to hold up to get kicked out of that State of the Union. That thing just never ended. So the 38% so they're very positive. Those are the MAGA Trumpers. They're not going anywhere. That 38%'s been there forever. So pre-speech versus post-speech, it looks like he got a 10-point bump, which is pretty low actually for a president. So, like, one way to look at it is, okay, he went in there 27 points underwater. Now he's only 17 points underwater. I mean, he's still not breathing air. So, and you understand these bumps are temporary at best. Literally some of them don't last longer than 72 hours. So, not really expecting to see much juice after. I'll be honest. By the time I need to buy milk, his numbers will be right back where they were. Not even a question. Approval rating by party. Here we go. This is when it's, well, I mean, actually there is a takeaway from here. This is actually the independents are the ones you got to watch, because the Democrats and Republicans are so locked. He's not going to, I mean, well, I say he's not going to lose Republicans. He's lost some Republicans, so but it's on the margins, and the Democrats are just right where they were. I mean, yeah, I mean, he's got 5% of Democrats saying that they approve of where Trump would. That's got to be the margin of error, right? When they say plus or minus 5 points, well, there you go. So I'm saying if it's 1%, great, but I wouldn't be surprised if it was actually 0. But the independent vote, that's the one you really got to watch. Those are actually the ones in most cases choose elections. They didn't really choose this last one. This was one of the first ones in a long time they didn't choose. The Hispanic vote mostly chose this last election, and it was because that community bought what the GOP was selling. And they've since, based on all polling I've seen, enormous amounts of buyer's remorse on that front. And what's hilarious, though, is the Texas GOP gerrymandered their congressional districts, assuming the Hispanic community would be lockstep with them forever. So, like I said in one of my previous videos, they use bad math. It's going to blow up in their face. Anyway, I wanted to look at the age difference because we talk a lot about age and generational support and stuff. So that 18 to 34, it's a big chunk. He's sitting at 75 points underwater with this group. 50 to 64, he's still underwater, but not by as much. And then men, 40% approval, women, 33% approval. He's just underwater across every demographic, gender and age. I mean, there's just not anything where he's plus over 50. I mean, maybe 50 to 64 plus or minus, the margin. He's really close to 50, but he's still probably under. Anyway, it's just rough. So the real takeaways is, the Republicans aren't going anywhere. The Democrats aren't going anywhere. They definitely do not support this orange moron. And the independents are siding with the Democrats in the largest amount I've ever seen. I've never seen the independents sway like this ever. So kind of crazy. We're sitting at 30%, say Trump has the right priorities. The majority of the country does not think the economy is strong. And there are significant shares of Democrats and independents that are just done. All of that being said, I'm going to be coming out with shows here as, we've got a bunch of primaries coming up throughout the entire country, and I'll be looking at all those. Probably not as hard as I've looked at Texas because I'm in Texas and, I'm like just paying very close attention. But the other states are going to be worse than Texas for Trump. Like, there are states out there that are very pragmatic when it comes to their elections. And I mean, we're going to see a lot happen over the next couple days. Next 5 days, what happens in Texas will be very telling. I will have another video. I'm gonna have like 3 shows today, just the way everything with State of the Union. I'm gonna do my normal, overview of where the primary is in Texas, and then I've got a special guest coming on, the youngest candidate running in Texas, who's the nominee for Justice of the Peace at Precinct 4 in Collin County, which is a front line state. So today's gonna be kind of a busy day on the channel, and I expect everyone to watch all the videos today, but definitely could check them out. And my primary review, just a little snippet. We're at 120% of our previous non-presidential cycle right now. I don't think we're going to double. We're not going to do 200%, but man, are we going to get close. So, I'm going to keep my eye on that for sure. So as today's going to be a busy day. Hope everyone hangs out there and just watches some of my programming. Looks like I'm going to be on Texas Public Radio twice on March 4th. I'll post those things as that becomes more solidified. But I will tell you why I'm going to be on Texas Public Radio on March 4th. 2 different shows. It's because of you guys. That's why. The support I get on this channel. Just so you know. I mean, not that I'm being paid for any of this, but it's really nice to be appreciated and people to listen to what you have to say and think that has value. There's something to it. Anyway, thanks for watching. Like and subscribe. You guys are all subscribing like crazy. I really appreciate it. I am hurtling towards 6,000 subscribers. I've been at 4,000 forever. So this is a huge jump. And I really appreciate it. Not like, I don't show video games, and this is real just math and statistics and politics. So there's not a lot flashy here. So I really appreciate you guys finding value in this. Um, I'm on all these other platforms. If you wish to support this channel, you can go to my YouTube. There's a PayPal link, or you can go to my Substack and just become a paid member. Free membership's also fine. So anyway, all right, guys, I got a lot of stuff to do today, so I'll see you in like at 11. All right, talk to you later. Bye.